Alright, what is up, gamer friends? I'm excited this week. We had quite a bit of exciting and fun gaming news. A couple of things that were my favorites that I really look forward to and I'm excited about. Well, one of them is already happening right now, which is pretty cool. I wanted to get an intro music for me. Oh yeah. Looks like the recording is lagging up a bit though. That's alright, it happens. But I love this song and wanted to start up start up this video with this song because it's freaking awesome. Alright, so the first bit of news, I'm gonna stop that there and get some other music going on. Just chill here. Alright. First bit of news, which I think is amazing and super cool. Titanfall free DLC. You probably already know about this, especially if you follow me on Facebook and Twitter and stuff. Titanfall Season Pass, completely free for everybody on every platform. It's not a limited time, it's forever. So if you decide to buy Titanfall in the future for $10 when it's on sale, you'll get the Season Pass for free. It's included with everything. You no longer need to play the DLC specific lobbies. I was looking through the lobby list and I was checking it out. There were DLC specific lobbies and I saw people playing them and I was like, you know, you don't have to actually do that anymore. The Season Pass is free for everybody, so all those maps are now loading through the regular game modes as well. Rotating through those. I get why people would play the DLC only maps because they are cool maps, but it's just better to play with everybody. You know, you don't have to play the specific lobbies for DLC only. Just go play the regular maps and the regular lobbies, and you'll get rotated into the DLC. It's really cool. One of the first things I noticed, I mean, once this was announced, I already had the Season Pass. I bought it. I like the game a lot. It has one major issue for me, which is why I don't play it more often and why I've stopped playing it. It's an excellent game though, and I'll tell you in a sec. So anyways, that's just really cool. I own the Season Pass already. I lost my track of thought there because I got a little sidetracked. I had the Season Pass already, but once they gave it away to everybody for free, I was like, you know what, I'll go play it again, see if anybody, see how many people it got to come back and whatever. And it's alright. PC is gonna suck anyways. I had it on PC. I kind of wanted to buy it on Xbox One when it was on sale for $10, but I passed it up because I was like, you know what, nah. And I also already had the Season Pass on PC, so I was like, you know, I've already spent enough money on that game as it is. I got my $200 worth, and I'll still get a little bit more now that everybody has a Season Pass. It might be a little more fun to jump into, so I'm definitely playing it again just for the heck of it. The past couple days, I played it way more than I thought I would. So yeah, if you ever picked up the game before, if you bought it cheap, you haven't played much, the Season Pass is free no matter when you decide to go activate it or whatever. It's free forever, which I thought was an amazingly smart move by Respawn. I thought that was incredible. I was like, wow. There's the downside. Some people might look at it as like, oh man, the game must be so dead that they had to give the Season Pass away for free, which could be true, whatever. There were players. I don't know about Xbox 360 and Xbox One. I mean, even PC still had, enough players to keep it going, but it was, dead comparatively speaking to any other game. But that's PC is dead community anyways, unless you're playing an MMO or some weirdo game that Tetsuo's plays, because the guy's a weirdo and he plays like these crazy truck simulators online and stuff and says there's a lot of players playing it. Sure, buddy. So yeah, so definitely get back into Titanfall. I think it's a must buy at $10, at least to play it for a couple hours. A lot of people didn't like it. A lot of people were disappointed, but at the same time, a lot of people play it the way they would play any other game. You got to get used to playing Titanfall the way it's meant to be played, which is running on the walls the whole friggin' time, pretty much never leaving the walls, always parkour. It's a lot of fun. My major problem with it, so I would say at $10 buy it, $20 only if you're, I would say $10, don't pass that up. Just don't pass that up, especially with the free Season Pass. It gives you the maps are really cool. The Season Pass maps are freaking excellent. They're beautiful, they're nice. There are some issues with a few of the maps in general overall. It's either too much space or too little space or whatever, but overall it's a really well-made game. Like it's like you can tell that Respawn put all their soul into it, and this is something I said back when I first reviewed the game. You can tell that they put all their love into that game. It's really well done. My downside for it, the one thing that I don't like so much about it is 80% to 90% of your kills come from bots, and that's not an exaggeration. That is not an exaggeration. If you get 5 pilot kills, you probably have 30 bot kills. But there is a pilot skirmish mode that they added much later, where it's pilot versus pilot, and they added a couple of extra players to that mode. Then all regular game modes are 6v6 with bots, and then pilot skirmish is players only, no bots, no titans, and it's 8 versus 8 instead. Unfortunately, what they need to do with that is move it to the top of the lobby list, because it's at the bottom and people aren't clicking on it, man. You know, it's really stupid. So I saw it work for Advanced Warfare. Players had mentioned move this one game mode to the top and more people will play it, and they did, and it worked. I couldn't believe it. I was like, really? People can't just click through the list and freaking find the cool game mode? But apparently they can't. So definitely pilot skirmish is really cool if you just want to play Titanfall but with players only. I liked it a lot. I thought it was, I mean, it's a great game, and I've been playing it more than I thought I would, just to check it out. Like I said, I had the season pass already, but I wanted to play with the newer people that were returning as well as I was, and maybe some new people. So yeah, so some people might say that, hey, the game is so dead that they're just giving it out for free, but at the same time, what it also does is for the people that were playing it, it gives them more content to play with. You know, they might as well. They had players, and that's a huge plus. I mean, to me, I think it's smart overall. I think in the end, that was probably the smartest thing they could have done, and it was freaking awesome. Related to Titanfall, Titanfall 2 is confirmed. It will be on the PS4. Cool. And some of the comments I saw for that I thought was funny, because they were like, well, shouldn't they finish the first one? The first one is finished. Titanfall, there may be a couple things they could fix. I don't know. I mean, it's been a while since I was hardcore into it. So there might be a couple things they could fix, but overall, I mean, it's an extremely, like, it's done. That game is amazing, you know, and that's after the patches that they went through with trial and error with the launch, you know. I mean, but the game it's a really good game. I know I talked quite a bit about Titanfall there, but I think that is amazing news. I thought that was really cool, and it even got me to go play it again just for the heck of it. Like I said, my issue is just playing against bots. I kind of want to. I regret not picking it up on Xbox One for $10, and hopefully the next time I see it on sale, I'll probably grab it, especially since the season pass is free. Get some more players, and hopefully there'll be pilot skirmish going on there. PC, you can't. PC just sucks, alright? The next bit of news, that is my favorite bit of news, is the Remember Me 2 story is complete. The story for Remember Me 2 is done. They just need Capcom to get on the ball and give the green light to bring the game out. And I believe the developer is also still working out on Life is Strange, you know, but the story for Remember Me 2 is complete. And Remember Me is a great game, man. It really is. There's some control, frustration of insanity, like the most insane frustration you can have with the controller. Definitely a part of Remember Me. But the story is really cool. The combat is actually interesting. It could have been more, but you know, it wasn't, and it's cool as it is. You know, it could have been better, which is why Remember Me 2 would be great. The story just got better and better, and just it's a trip. It's really good. That is a very special game. That's very special. Alright, next bit of news. I thought this was kind of funny. Devil May Cry, this is already out, the Definitive Edition. I believe it's already out, right? I saw reviews going, so maybe it's out soon. I don't know, whatever. The Definitive Edition had one line removed, and you could call it censored, but the developers are saying they didn't remove the line for censorship. They thought that it didn't add anything to the introduction of the game, which I thought was really silly, because they literally removed 5 words or something like that. It was something sexual. And it actually did kind of fit the mood of the game. Like, it lets you know what these characters, their mindset is like. It's ridiculous. They're insane. They're insane, crazy people. And that line, to me, was like, dude, these people are nuts, man. That's how I felt when I saw that scene. So they removed like this sexual line from the opening scene, which I thought was really funny. And what I think is the best is they're saying it's not due to censorship. It's because it didn't add anything to the scene. I'm just like, well, taking it away doesn't add anything to the scene either. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of funny. But what they did do is they added a new cinematic that did not make it into the regular game, that was meant to, but time constraints or some crap, I'm not sure. So that's cool. They added a new cinematic to the Definitive Edition. It's probably like a minute long, and you know, whatever. I didn't go look it up or anything. So that's the news on the Devil May Cry Definitive Edition, which is a great game. The Devil May Cry is really freaking cool. I like that game a lot. I actually started playing it again for the heck of it last night. I don't know how much I'll play of it right now, but I definitely played a little bit of it just for fun to show it off a little. It's a cool game. Oh, and here's a bit of news that I also wanted to make sure people know about. Now, I shared this on my Facebook page and Twitter. Triad Wars there's like 20,000 keys available, beta keys available, I think, between MMORPG.com and MMOBomb.com, and probably others, I'm not sure, maybe ZAM. MMO sites. These are sites that I used to go to all the time when I would get my keys for beta, because I used to play MMO. Once I quit World of Warcraft, I was looking for a replacement game. Never happened. I never found one. I ended up just playing everything instead. But yeah, I use these sites all the time, and I recommend making one email specific for, if you're going to sign up for a lot of betas, create an email for that, so that way you can keep track of them. It's a lot easier. When I first started signing up for these betas, I didn't realize how many I was going to play, and then I got sucked into all these just email spam and another email that I didn't want all this email for. So, but Triad Wars, lots of beta keys are out there. Go check it out. If you enjoyed Sleeping Dogs, you're gonna enjoy Triad Wars, because it's basically Sleeping Dogs online. It's not quite an MMO, but it is an online version of Sleeping Dogs. It's some pretty cool stuff. Can't really say a lot about it other than Sleeping Dogs online. I have been waiting for the NDA to lift so I can just live stream it. I'm just like, just stop, let me play it, live stream it. Next bit of news, Uncharted 4 was delayed until spring 2016. Made a lot of people upset. Fortunately for me, I was not following the date of when it was supposed to release in the first place. I plan to get it, but that's the thing for me. Like, when the games are a year away, I learned I just can't get myself hyped up for them anymore. It's too long and far between. I try to just push it out of my mind. Like, this game ain't gonna be out for a year, so screw it. Stop thinking about it. So Uncharted 4 was delayed. It's okay. Next bit of news, Oculus Rift. Oh, here's the Oculus Rift peripheral, right? It's an add-on thing for the Oculus Rift, and it's something that you put on your face, I guess. And it adds smell, heat, water mist, hot air, and a microphone. So basically, you're gonna have your freaking whole face just covered in a big giant 3D virtual reality mask. But that actually sounded really cool, though. I mean, a friend of mine commented and he said it looked terrible, which, you know, it does. I mean, it doesn't look like nasty or anything, but it doesn't look like something you'd want to just put on your face or whatever. But the effects that it adds is pretty cool. You know, it's pretty neat, man. I mean, virtual reality is going to be some crazy stuff. I don't even know if I'm gonna be alive when that becomes normal, when everything is done in virtual reality. I'm also worried for those people and scared, because that is a very scary future. You know, it just leads into a bunch of other crap. We've seen the movies, man. All right, Terminator is coming. Johnny Mnemonic is coming. That stuff's gonna happen, dude. What's that other one? Strange Days or something. That's all happening. All right, if you don't believe it, it's coming. Or it's a movie with Bruce Willis. Can't remember the name of it. It's a cool movie too. Damn. Anyways, virtual reality. Look forward to it and scared of it. Next bit of news, we have. I thought this was kind of funny. So there's a petition for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. It's reached over 1,000 signatures at this point, and I haven't caught up to date with that, maybe a little more today. Now, they were looking for 150,000 sigs before sending it to Activision. And what I thought about this was funny. I was like, really? People are making a petition just to ask for a game to be created? I was like, well, why not just make a petition for world peace, or for me to get $1 billion? Because I would contribute to world peace if I had $1 billion. Oh, for sure. So, you know, win-win. Where's my petition? Where's petition for world peace? Petition for curing cancer. Although I've heard that the cure for cancer is actually out, but it's not like well known, because they're not going to make any money off of it. I don't know, whatever. I'm sure they'll find a way to make money off of it, and then they'll be like, aha, cure cancer by paying us money. I'm just messing with you. Anyways, all right, so petition to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I understand a lot of people talk about it all the time when they talk about Call of Duty. I don't think I ever played it, or if I did, I played it very little bit. I don't know. To me, when I play shooters, I barely see a difference. There's some new mechanics, new maps, which is pretty much it, and that's cool. I'm fine with that, man. I don't know. All right, next bit of news. State of Decay apparently had a lot of penises in backgrounds of their scenes, of the levels in their game and stuff. Apparently they had used contract artists to do some of the work in their game. So when they were doing a remaster version of it, they found a ton of penises like everywhere, just penises all over the place. But what they said was it wasn't noticeable in game, because the only way you would notice it is if you were actually going through the build and you find the textures of it. So I remember everything, but I thought that was pretty funny news. So I was like, all right, I'll share that. That's funny. They found them while they were exporting textures, so because they were moving textures over, and then they find like, well, wait a second, there's penises everywhere. And I was seriously like, apparently they were covering everything, but they were like in the background. You couldn't really see it. It's so funny, man. Next bit of news, Bloodborne will have a New Game Plus. Pretty cool. I like New Game Plus. I'm glad to see more games get New Game Plus, because I think all of them should have them at this point. You know, all games should have New Game Plus. Like, why not? Let's see, next bit of news. Just Cause 3 developers are allowing players to vote for what should be included with the Collector's Edition. And I was like, oh yeah, people get to pick what kind of DLC they should pay for, you know? Like, I mean, it's almost the same thing. I mean, like, it's also cool, whatever, but I was just like, really? I love stuff like that. It makes me laugh every time. It's kind of like, I've seen a vote for DLC before as well. Like, people, you know, they're like, oh, you get to pick what you pay extra for. Like, I vote you put it all in the game and stop screwing with my brain and my wallet, you bastards. Alright, next bit of news. Star Citizen will likely require 100 gigabytes for the base game for the initial installation, 20 to 40 gigabytes for patches. Now what I like about this is that they're basically saying, look, this is what we're going to require of you to play our game, but we're going to make it worth it, you know? So, and it does look worth it. Like, if you check it out, I mean, it actually looks really cool. I won't be playing it. I don't plan to anyways, unless I, for whatever reason, pick up a free version. But I'm not into the space sim kind of stuff right now. I might be it again in another 5 years or something, and I might check it out if I check out the trial or whatever. Which, remind me, right now, alright, there is a demo right now. You can play the demo right now, only right now, through this weekend, which is tomorrow, the 15th, Sunday, or wait, tomorrow's Sunday, yes. So you'll be able to play the demo right now. The same demo, I believe, is what they have at PAX or something. But everybody can use it. Now, I will link the article below. It'll give you all the information you need and the key, I believe, as well, to get the demo. The thing is, the demo is around 21 gigabytes of hard drive space. I'm going to allow you to check it out. Now, apparently there are microtransactions in the game that allow you to, in a way, help them fund the game, although apparently it's received tons of funding. But if you want, there are microtransactions in the game. You don't have to buy anything. They give you a free ship to drive around and whatever, and check out like one level of the game, I think. So apparently some of the comments were mentioned said that those microtransactions in the game are probably going to be removed at launch. They're just there for anybody to offer support, I guess. That was what people were saying. I don't know how true that is, but that's what's going on. Next bit of news. Starcraft 2 mod, another new mod, brings third-person game modes. I think it was 4 playable game modes, 5 playable characters, maybe 4 playable characters. It looks really cool. It looks really good. I will link that below for you to check it out. I'm pretty sure I remember a while ago, I think it was StarCraft 2, somebody had made a mod, a third-person shooter mod for it. MMORPG inside of StarCraft 2 that was like a third-person MMO. And that game got sort of canceled, and then the guy got hired by Blizzard. But then we never saw anything after that about it. I don't know, maybe they did make it, I forget. It's been a while. But so this is another, this one's different. It's not an MMO inside, but it's a third-person shooter. And it looks cool. It looks really freaking cool. Next bit of news, Jason Voorhees will be playable in Mortal Kombat 10. I'm not sure if it's a pre-order only though, and if it is, it'll probably be likely added as a DLC as well. And related to Mortal Kombat 10 news, oh, you know, I thought that was cool about the Jason Voorhees thing. I don't care about his character personally, but I thought it was neat and it was funny. It reminded me, you know, Freddy Krueger was added in 9, you know, and I thought that was awesome. Freddy Krueger is my favorite, like, horror movie character right now and stuff. So I thought that was funny and entertaining and stuff. And his character's freaking badass, dude. Like, holy crap. So related to Mortal Kombat 10, it was delayed for Xbox 360 and PS3, and there's a lot of people throwing a fit, you know, and it sucks, but at the same time, you know, it kind of, I'm surprised that they're still even making games for the older systems now. I totally agree with everybody who's talking about, like, why buy a new console when there's hardly any exclusives, you know, there's no reason to own a new console, you know, but at the same time, it's newer graphics, newer system, newer you know, whatever, dude. You know, I mean, the fact is, it's a newer console. They need to make newer games on it. You know, so that's just it. Whatever, man. You gotta roll with it. Otherwise, you stay and play your older games. Don't expect new ones to keep coming for it, because it's not the point. You know, the whole point of a new console is so the games will be on them. Anyways, one thing that I think is funny, another thing related to Mortal Kombat 10, is that always, like every other day or so, is a new bit of news talking about, like, oh, now this character has been revealed as returning, you know, and I'm just like, basically, since the first time they did that, I was like, well, they're pretty much going to do this for every single character ever in a Mortal Kombat game, because it's Mortal freaking Kombat. It's not like they're going to make a new Mortal Kombat and make only new characters in the game. I'm pretty damn sure they might have, like, what, 5 new characters and 20 old characters, you know, like, whatever. That's just, I don't know, man. It's kind of funny. Every time I see a new article, like, oh, new character revealed, I'm just like, okay. Really? Like I wasn't expecting that? Was I not supposed to expect that? Sonya and Cage are in the game? Mortal Kombat, what have you done? Alright, anyways, next bit of news. Destiny won the Game of the Year at the BAFTA, which is the British Academy of Film and Television Arts, which apparently was a noticeable surprise to the crowd, who were like, what? Which is funny. Yeah, so Destiny won Game of the Year at the BAFTA, and I thought that was kind of cool. Now, I still haven't played much of it. I'm level 17, I think, on it, and I was playing with a couple buddies, and it is fun. Like, I definitely, it's a cool game. It's nothing special. That's the thing about it, is all this hype surrounding it. And you could tell just by watching the gameplay trailers. Like, I remember there was a few of us, we would say, like, it looks like an upgrade to Borderlands, like you know, a Halo sci-fi version of Borderlands, whatever. Even though Borderlands is sci-fi western, you know, it just looked like another version of Borderlands. Not to take away from what Bungie did, you know, but that's what it was. It's all it looked like, was like another Borderlands. Like, cool, it looks cool. There's nothing wrong with it being another Borderlands 3, whatever, or Destiny, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, so a lot of people were hyping it up like, oh, it's by Bungie, so it's gonna be the most amazing game in the universe. And all you got to do is look at the gameplay and be like, okay, well, it looks cool, you know, and it is. It's a cool game, man. It's I mean, I haven't done the end game, so I'm sure complaints are probably right on about there not being enough content and stuff. But as a game, just as a game, it's fun to play. Like I enjoyed leveling up. You know, whatever, man. I plan to continue leveling up and do some actual raids and stuff. I mean, there's some dungeons we did and stuff, and it's fun. It's a fun game. It's nothing special, but it's fun and it's cool. Setting is beautiful. Story seems interesting, but unfortunately you need to go to their website to get all the story unlocks through the lore of their grimoires or whatever. But anyways, yeah, so there you go. Destiny news, Game of the Year at the BAFTA. Final bit of news, this is pretty funny. Valve customer support apparently got an F from the Better Business Bureau, but apparently that doesn't really matter because they're not even an official government agency. Now, I didn't know this. Every time I heard of it, I always thought it was like some official thing, but apparently it's not an official government agency. It's a network of nonprofit groups trying to make sure businesses are running right and, you know, being proper, I guess, you know, whatever. So that is cool. I think that's a really cool thing. I didn't even know that about it. You know, I never paid much attention about the BBB stuff, so so I just thought that was funny. But the best part is the rep that they talked to about Valve asking about it. He said that they get better feedback and just general feedback and communication from Reddit than they do from the BBB. I thought that was hilarious. I was like, oh my gosh, that's the funniest thing ever, dude. So he's totally trashing the BBB right there. But also at the same time, it kind of makes sense because Reddit is, you know, I mean, if you want to look for complaints or any comments, any discussion, you know, I mean, I don't use Reddit, but I know, like, you know, I mean, that's like the main thing that people use now. So that's cool. All right, so that is all the gaming news that I got over the past week. Let me know what you think. Are you playing Titanfall again? Remember me too? Oh man, I would love that. Lots of stuff going on. So yeah, let me know what you think. Leave a comment, leave a like, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.